Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and a lot of really cool creations to look at today. I'm kind of excited actually. So they're all for Reforged Eden 2 as well. So there's, I think I got, what is it? Only 6 creations today. Some of them get kind of big though. So, but they all are Reforged Eden 2. So the very first one here is the Hydra Reforged Eden 2 by Ente. And really cool looking ship here again. It's definitely complying to a lot of Ente's styles of builds, especially with this kind of iconic 22.5 degree sloped armor setup on not all of his builds, some of his builds. And it's a really cool look. I definitely like that. And again, super detailed ship. Just noticing some little things on the front here is we are running like mixed hull textures. You see some of this texture here. You see some of the flat metal, some of the metal with the dividing lines in it, things like that, and then a bunch of color changes throughout here as well. Little subtle things going from grays to whites to blues to darker grays, different texture light colors in places. Just super well detailed. It's gonna take a little bit to look at this whole ship here. This is quite the ship again. Looks like we have a front cockpit over here. Now, looking at the description, it did say that there's 3 different cockpits on it. It also was talking about a farm and a turbine. Basically saying you could put in I believe maybe a large turbine on this ship if you use up your farm space for it, but it's not recommended to have turbines on combat ships. So that kind of makes a lot of sense. I wouldn't want to take and waste the CPU on turbines for a combat type of ship. I'd rather have that for something that would normally operate by, or like a base ship or something that, you know, you keep your grow plots and everything running while the ship's basically off. That would be a great use of turbines. But this is a combat-oriented ship here. So yeah, I'm just checking out all this stuff here. There's so much to look at. Check out this back area here. I like the we got the long-range radar. Really cool thruster assembly set up here. I like this kind of angular way it's going about it here. You got one big drive thruster, and then you've got 4 of your, I usually refer to them as a medium-sized thrusters, but they're actually the large thrusters. Of course, you got to have the long-range radar. Just want to make sure that's a real one. It probably is. Yeah, it definitely is. Being a dedicated Reforged Eden 2 creation, it wouldn't make much sense to just put the placeholder there unless, of course, you're trying to keep it super cheap. Anyway, let's keep on going around the hall here. I didn't look at that very good. Got some side entry doors over here. And, yeah, the top side looks really awesome here, too. I like kind of how this is set up here. It's got this big, long stretch. It's basically flat, but all these accents with the thin blocks over it, kind of making those stripes and things on it. That's really cool. Oh, here we've got, oh, so you run one of these and you run one of these other ones. I gotta play with this part. That is something I have not done or checked out yet. I hear they're better than the long range radar, but maybe you need them both. That's something I didn't know, because this does seem to have both of them on it. Unless this is just a decorative version. I don't think there is. I don't think so. Again, I haven't played with that, so I'm a little bit unknowing on how that all works out and how much range you'll actually get out of that. But all I can say is the more range, the better. Yeah, very cool. I screwed up this light earlier. This is my fault. This light is not on because it's me. It's not that it there's any problems with Ente's stuff. I was going to turn them off, and then I was like, nah, I should leave them on, and then I forgot to turn the one back off. Basically, if you can tell, my screen's stuttering around a little bit. I'm getting a lot of performance problems. I've got a lot of video settings lowered down already. I do have the NVIDIA DSLL, if I got the letters right on that, on, but at a quality setting. But with all this stuff going on, it does certainly hurt the performance on my computer here. But anyway, let's get aboard this ship and see what's going on the insides here. Oh man, I'll adjust the lighting a little bit here as well. Really cool looking ship though. Really, really cool looking ship. Here, I'll just try to walk around on foot here for a minute. So yeah, hangar fully detailed. Looks like we're gonna have a lot of utility stuff around the area here. Got our weapon locker and armor locker right there. We do have a door going to a down here. Oh yeah, okay. So might as well hit this. So this is one of the 3 cockpits. This would be like a lower one on the kind of mid to the rear part of the ship here. Looks like we do have some side entryways over here as well. So quite a few ways in and out of here. Cool looking LCD displays, a couple passenger seats, and the pilot seat. And yeah, it's kind of smart. So if you're getting to a battle and things aren't going well at all, and you suck as a pilot, and you're bringing around some other crew members with you, they'll get wiped out before you will. So that's a good way to do this. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's a cool looking bridge, actually. I'm having fun today. Darn it. All right, so let's get back up over here. So we got O2. Really looks nice, though. I mean, look how nice and detailed everything looks, you know. Like, obviously, it's not quite there to Star Citizen, which is pretty much impossible with voxel blocks, or at least the voxel blocks we've got in this game. But it just really, really immersive. Feels really good. Feels like you're in a legit spaceship here and everything like that, which is very cool. So we have a spot here for a Universal Constructor, which is the extra big Reforged Eden 2 constructor, more of a late game part builder, to my understanding on that, which makes a lot of sense. So we got a looks like a regular advanced constructor right over here, storage controller on the wall here. It's like a biggie too. We'll look at the storage later on here. And over here, it looks like we've got a, oh, this is cool, nice like separate room here for a full medical bay. I like that. That's cool. Cool looking. I mean, yeah, cool looking block work in here too. I mean, these tight areas like this with great big old CV blocks, it's pretty hard to add much detail into interior spaces that are so small. But yeah, the author did a great job with that. That looks really good. All right, so let me get back over to this elevator area. I don't see any side rooms off in the hangar here, so let's go this way and shoot up to what's in front of me. Ah, oh, a ventilator. Oh, that's a cool way to do it. A ventilator in an elevator shaft. Yeah, that looks cool. Looks kind of legit there. All right, so over here it looks like we're on the main bridge, engineering and hydroponics. Okay, so the lower bridge I was in was the gunnery bridge, and then we are of course in the hangar, production, and medic. So let's go back, the back part of the ship here first. So we have our main shield in here, engineering type of space here. Again, super detailed. Love the lighting, love the detail levels everywhere. All the different textures and colors and everything kind of fit together. Even like, look at that, you got a green LCD, a red LCD, yellow lighting, blue lighting, just quite a variety, and it really looks good all together like that too. So over here we got maintenance area. Oh yeah, okay, so we got at least another storage controller over here. I'll check that out. That's really cool. Kind of seeing the back of the big drive thruster there in the middle, and probably some of the other smaller thrusters up there as well. It's a lot of detail you can get into a build by exposing some of the parts. Definitely, some of the parts actually look pretty decent. So let's head this way a little bit, and we'll go. Yeah, okay, so we've been through here. Man, it looks nice. We can go forward of this elevator door, which looks like it gets us to this area here. Again, oh, space exit. A lot of ways in and out of here as well. Check this out. So we've got, yeah, another way into the creation right over here, coming in the side door. And some more utility functions, shower and O2 and a med bay. And we got one on this side too. Oh, it looks like, no, we've got parts room over here. So this is probably that hydroponics area I was talking about. Okay, so you can add your grow plots in here, but if you didn't want to run farm plots, you could install a big old turbine in here too, according to the workshop or the Steam Workshop post. Then we got more thruster access over here. Oh, there's even the storage controller down over there. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to look at the storage here. It looks like there's quite a bit. Hold on. Where's that door? I just walked down here. Oh, right there. Duh. Alright. Let's go this way. Okay, so this is the third bridge then. This would probably be the main bridge, I'm assuming. Yep, it's got the big welcome aboard captain and some information. Do not use front bridge while fighting on armor. Okay. P menu upgrades. I did turn that on already. So I did put in the part placement. LCDs should be active as we tour the ship here. Getting kind of used to looking for that control. I think it's just going to be a kind of a thing that becomes more of a standard. There's so many different parts now and so many different like decal letters and stuff that it's so confusing and hard to fit, and it looks like trash if you have too many part upgrade places in the same location. You got letters all over the walls and everything. It just kind of, it wasn't so bad when you did that a little bit, but now, yeah, with especially with Reforged Eden 2, there's just so many parts available. Really cool LCDs, just little things like this too, like CPU crew area, suicide bridge. That sounds encouraging. So over here we got a cantina, nice glass window on the side there. We got our tables, our fridge, our food processor, a little checkout thing over here. Oh, I like that. I got to look at some of these other detail parts. I didn't realize there was actually one of these cabinets that has like a chair and a monitor on it. That's cool. That is something I keep failing to do, is look at all these new deco parts and things like that in my own builds. And in one way, I kind of I want to, and the other way too, if people do translate the ship to, say, Reforged Eden 1 or even vanilla, having all the extra stuff, it's going to make it more complicated to do so, because you got to find those parts and get rid of them. So we got some CPU blocks over here we can add. Superior CPU extender position. Remove pipe blocks. Okay, so that's cool. I like this hallway too. Again, really tight and small. Almost looks like it could be on an SV right here, but it's all CV blocks. So that's just really, really cool. Getting that much detail out of such a small space on a CV. So we got some more CPU block part locators over here. Our main CPU core as well. And what do we got up this way here? We got the armored bow. Evacuate bow during combat. Don't sleep through combat alarm. Aw, come on. You should be sleeping on the suicide bridge. When you come up to a dreadnought. Yep, that. Okay, well, I'm glad there's a lot of words of caution and advice and things like that. Trying to prevent pilots from being complete idiots. That is cool. That is cool. I could definitely learn something from that. All right, so we got some different color schemes in here too. Oh, we got a green. We got the Imperial, the Steel Legion, and Mercenary. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, we're down in this. I don't know where I went to, but we're in some obviously crew space here. And look how super amazingly detailed this looks too. All these really tight, compact rooms are looking really, really good. I gotta say, I mean, it takes some effort to pull this much detail out of such small areas on a CV, and this ship's really doing it very, very well. Did I go down this one already? Ah, I did. Okay, here I'm gonna get into God mode and be a little bit quicker here. Sorry, this is just fun. It's like open up a Christmas present that you're looking forward to. So, okay, so we made it back over to the suicide. Oh, or maybe not. This here's our suicide bridge. So this must be right up at the front area of the ship. So, nice place to fly the ship when you're not in combat, because you got a good visibility and everything like that. But at the same time, yeah, probably should follow the words on the LCDs here. All right, so we kind of walked up here. I like how this is so asymmetrically done too. Like this offsets to one side or the other. There's just, yeah, I've been in here already, but yeah, wow, that's cool. That's cool. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Now this ship doesn't have like a bridge that sticks up over the top of the hull, and I think I'm on the top floor of the ship now, so I don't expect any more floors above. But yeah, okay, so we are there. So I think we've toured. Well, I'm sure I missed some areas, but I think we toured most of the ship here, and yeah, it looks amazing on the inside. It really does. It's compact. It feels very immersive. The lighting is excellent. All the detail work is excellent. It looks like the layout's pretty easy to follow and get around on the ship. We've got some emitters over here, or the like the smoke generators and stuff like that. That's cool. Our warp drive in this room. Yeah, actually, I don't think I've been in this room yet. We can put in a small fusion generator over here. It looks like. Yeah, and this. Oh, okay. So we could actually remove this one and pop in. Yeah, the 3x3x3 small fusion reactor. That's a nice way to do it. Kind of saves space, and if you had that in, you probably wouldn't need this in. So yeah, it's a good way to go about that. All right. Well, anyway, here I'm gonna get back into God mode. We'll turn the lights back on. Let's look at some numbers here. Got a lot of neat ships to look at today. Get kind of giddy on this here. So all right, on this Hydra here, what do we got? We got size class 6. Not that bad on size class, honestly. I thought it might be bigger than that. 32 forward, 13 strafing, 17 lift, 25 reverse, 13 down on. Now keep in mind, in Reforged Eden 2, there's a lot of upgrade potential, and you can upgrade thrusters. So these specs over here that you see are probably created. Hold on, I'm going to just see what kind of thrusters we're running on here. There's the ion, or there's the plasma. Okay, so it does look like this is already running. No, it's kind of a mix. So we got an ion over here. This one's actually a rocket thruster. That's the notch up above the plasma, I believe. And this one's got ions. So it's kind of a mixed bag. So there's a bunch of thrusters on here you could upgrade to get more flight performance out of it as well. Of course, everything takes CPU, and I'm sure it's balanced for a particular CPU range. All right, so got sidetracked there. 3 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. We got some guns on here, but it's not really set up like heavily on a whole ton of weaponry on here. It does show the long-range radar. The other radar dish, though, I don't know if that. I don't know much about that one. I gotta over the next few days, I gotta really play with that and see what's going on with it and learn how that's working. So in our build cost here, it's gonna use some Estrom and Zachosium, but not a whole ton actually for combat type of ship. But basically, what this ship is, you get it in at how it is, and then there's a ton of upgrades you can do to it over time, and weapons would be a big thing too, I think. CPU wise, quite low actually on CPU. I really did expect this to be quite a bit higher tier than this from what I did see, but it's really efficiently set up here. So it is a Core 5 build. So your 2 basics and 2 improves only. Interesting. Yeah. So I can definitely see there's a lot of balancing here with the CPU to pull that number off. And it still does have some weapons on it. Obviously a lot more places for turrets and probably other fixed weapons, I wouldn't doubt too. If I analyze the hull here a little bit, there's probably a bunch more stuff that I'm missing. So I look around the bottom side here. I keep on getting sidetracked here. There's just a lot of stuff to look at. So yeah, turret location over here as well. The 3 on top. I was just looking for those info LCDs. Looks like we got another one over here. So quite a few turrets. I don't know about the launchers yet. I could be missing them. Oh, we've got. Wait a minute. 2 large thruster positions. Oh, additional thrust positions too. Yeah, this thing's got quite the the amount of stuff on it that you can is designed to upgrade. Again, really cool idea, and surprisingly how low of a CPU it is stock. It's a pretty big ship, things like that. All right, moving on. Sorry about that. I just gotta identify all this stuff here. All right, so CPU wise, I think we looked at that already. Pretty impressive. Let's look at its storage. So we've got a okay, that's just a box there. We've got let's see, 2640s for products and materials. I got a 320K ammo box on it, and other than that, we've looks like the other storage controllers or the other storage are mostly boxes and things like that. So basically, 320 ammo, 2640s for your basically input output. It does have a recycle in at 16K, probably a box there at 16K as well. So yeah, again, really cool ship here. Again, the Hydra Reforged Eden 2 by Ente looks stellar and surprisingly low on CPU too. Yeah, it looks like it moves around pretty good, but there's a lot of room for upgrades on that, as well as a lot of things in the ship, including power, other parts like that too. So, and unfortunately, I probably missed something in there too. There's probably more part locations and stuff I'm not seeing, but yeah, very cool. So the next creation here. We've got the we've got the shooty hippo. Or no, I'm sorry, I screwed that up. The shooty shippo. No, it's actually just called the shippo, but it reminded me of that old Hungry Hippo game. And I was trying to be funny and screwed it all up. But check out this guy over here. Now, just so you know, there is another version of this on the workshop as well. I just noticed this morning. It's the Shippo X, I believe, and it's a more reinforced hulled version of this ship. So it has like xenoblocks and more defense stuff going on with it, from what I can gather. But check out this thing, and yeah, we've got the fire going on here too. We have got fire. We've got a lot of guns here too. It's definitely. It definitely wants to do some shooty. I just always got to give Artemis some crap because it's a lot of fun, and he builds some really cool stuff too. I know Artemis does a lot of R&D into building combat ships and things like that. Really kind of working out these things and testing them in game and everything like that too. So kind of an authority on assembling combat ships. And ways to go about that. So it's always a nice learning experience for me, even checking out how it's done on other ships here and whatnot. Oh man, here we are. Sorry, I just had to throw out the flame tubes. We got some flame tubes going on in this one too. Oh boy, these things are just hot, man, hot. Need some better heat sinks on these. Just fires shooting out of everything. Right through the hull of the ship. Oh, that's cool. So this thing's obviously running a whole lot of these sentry guns on here too, which is probably going to generally take out all the drones and stuff, and then using these fixed weapons over here to probably do your main damage against enemy ships. And there's a lot of these again, I think did I even look at their name? Yeah, plasma cannons. Holy smokes, it's got a lot of these things on it. There's plasma cannons. I think they're all light plasma cannons, but I mean, God, they're all over the place. I mean, they're just sticking out of the woodwork here. So yeah, it is ready to blow up stuff and shoot down anything that tries to interfere with it, like those pesky drones and things like that. Looks like we do have some long-range radar on the back here. Make sure we're looking at, yeah. Oh, maybe that's not. Maybe that's the fake one there. Oh, well, look at the specs there. We got our pilot seat right up over here. This looks really cool. There's like lights placed above the glass windows, which kind of make them look like some kind of bizarre thrusters. And then there's even smoke coming out of that. Probably because it's all on fire on the inside, so the smoke's got to get out somewhere. No, this is wild here. And I bet you this front end here. Hold on, and I know this isn't the tougher of the two versions of the ship, but I just wanted to see how tough this one is. So it's definitely hit some combat steel up along the front here, and we're solid. We're solid block work in this whole area. Looks like you got to get back pretty far on the ship before you start reaching some generators and things like that. There might be more generators in too. We haven't been on the inside yet here, but Yeah, very cool here. All right, so speaking of that, this looks really cool, by the way, too. The way I caution around the probably yellow hot thrusters in there. It's probably that's pretty cool. So we do have strafing thrust kind of going through the side there, and that's a neat looking setup there for that. This looks neat too. Oh, look at that, kind of a glass dome above this thruster here. That's why the smoke's all coming out in other places. You see how it's seeping through over here and stuff like that? It's because it just cannot. It's so smoky on the inside. It's got to get through any crack or crevice it can find a way out of the shit now. all right. I'll just shut up with my stupid here. Anyway, how do you get in this? Is there a getting in this? Am I missing it? Is there a door here? Or is this thing just solid and you just pretty much get into the bridge? That could be. I mean, this certainly, to me, looks like a dedicated combat ship. So I wouldn't doubt it's not playing around with any other crazy. I'm going to just come in through the bridge and we'll see where this leads us to. Okay, so we've got our utility function in here. Get out of God mode a second. Fridge O2. And medbay, of course. We got a blast door right behind here. Let me check the P menu options. Okay, don't see any of those, so we'll just open this guy up here. And we're down into this the back area of the ship. So we got, yeah, it looks like our full medical bay over here, a detector, shower. That radar on the back is probably a placeholder. Just, hey, it's like put the long range radar here because it also does have a detector installed. Then we have our main shield over here. And obviously there's some room in here too. So, I mean, if you wanted to dump in some parts, there's quite a few things that could fit in this room. And then this here would be our entry boarding area here. So we've got a, looks like a medium shield part there. And we got an advanced constructor on the other side. And then, on here is our boarding ramp to the ground here. So, yeah, right up in that area. Okay, so, yeah, I just walked right past that. Okay. Jump. Okay, so we are in. And we got a warp drive. We're seeing that right through the glass over there. And that is pretty much it. I mean, yeah, straight to the point. Ready to shoot up everything and start it on fire. Nice. It does kind of actually... I mean, what do you think? Do you think the front of this looks a little bit like a hippo? And that's kind of where the hungry hippo thing I came from, and that's maybe where this name was derived from. But it's a spaceship, not a hippo, so it was called the Shippo. So if I'm just taking a wild guess, I think that's how it's got its name. Anyway, let's look at some numbers here. So unlock level 25, complexity or size class 2. That's going to screw me up every time, guys. It's just, anyway, 28 forward, 28 strafing, 28 left, 28 reverse. Okay, so it's 28 on everything. 17 fuel tanks, a lot of fuel tank capacity, 2 oxygen tanks. Yeah, 24 sentry guns on here, 20 of those light plasma cannons, and a detector. 7-hour and 9-minute build time. Does need what you would expect on Estrum and Zacosium. Again, that's unavoidable with combat CVs of any origin. And our CPU-wise is actually only 560K, which would translate to a Core 7 build. So, yeah, two basics, 2 improved, 2 advanced. Storage on here. So we got looks like we got 2 ammo bays, each at 144K. And we have a harvest controller in here at 271K. And other than that, just a fridge, Pentaxa tank, of course. And yeah, very, very cool ship again. I'm kind of curious on the X version too. Now the X version was, again, it might be a little bit more expensive on CPU too. I don't know if it was upgraded on some of the parts and equipment on it as well. But the hull was reinforced more with Xenoblocks and other things. So that's also up on the Steam Workshop right now if you want to check that version out. Probably a little more expensive. I'm assuming it would be a more expensive version of this ship. It would just kind of make sense that way. But anyway, very, very cool ship. Again, the Shippo by Artemis Rogue. The shooty Shippo. I think I finally said it right. All right, so the next one here. Holy smokes, look at this ship. This is, okay, so I translated the, I didn't understand the language it was posted in, but translation comes to Blade Class Destroyer Public Version. This is by author Amur Whale. And wow, look at this. This looks really, really cool, I gotta say. Love the color scheme on it as well here. The darks with the fairly high intensity orange, and then we also got some whites going on in here, and super amounts of detail going on everywhere. And it kind of looks like we have some part upgrade places on the exterior of the hull in these locations here. It kind of looks like they would fit some turbines here, if I were to guess. Kind of a nice way to do it, actually, kind of keeping them away from the inside of the hull of the ship. Keep in mind the turbines are quite screechy sounding too, so I honestly wouldn't want them too close to areas that would be inside of the ship, especially like production areas and things like that. You'd have to hear that winding sound all the time. So a lot of upgrade slots over here for a whole ton of turrets, it looks like, as well. Just rows of them going all across the front here. And we do have some installed turrets, but obviously it's really meant for a lot of upgrading. Right now, I'd also kind of view this as a combat-oriented ship. It just looks like it's got a plethora of either installed weapons or places to put more weapons. But quite a lot of them are in here already. Check out all that stuff. Yeah, look at this. Oh, that looks cool too. Hold on, let me get the light on here. Look at that glasswork going down there. Interesting looking bridge set up here, kind of underneath the main hull, and it's got these big side pieces to it. Yeah, this is quite something. This is, and again, looking around here, just looking at all the little tidbits of detail going on here, even like these little like the smallest block in the game, but they're used as like just lights. In fact, we'll have to turn that on. I'm curious how this looks, what this looks like in the dark here too. There's quite a few of those lights all over the place like that. And these don't, suck up a lot of size class or hurt performance or anything like that either. So that's kind of a neat way to go about it. Look at the back side of this too. Yeah, that looks really cool. I like this, how these big pieces kind of form into, I don't know, just a massive thruster housing here. Quite a lot of big thrusters going on here too. I do believe this one's going to be a fairly expensive ship, but you get what you pay for here. So this is pretty wild. This looks really cool in the middle here too. Love that formation, the way they grates over the texture lights and the trim and all the. It's just a lot of detail again. Oh, we got a double top hangar door up here. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's looking nice on the inside too. I have not seen anything on the interior on this. I think I spawned it in place. I didn't. It was like right above the ground, so it sort of just flopped there, and I didn't have to get in it to park it or anything. But yeah, a ton of extra turret positions everywhere, like all over the place across this. This is quite a big ship too. I mean. Oh man, yeah, that's cool. It's just a different layout too that I don't see too many designs following this kind of format on its layout, and it's just really nicely done. Wow. All right. Well, oh yeah, I like that. I just noticed some LCDs pop up over here when you're kind of giving you a guide path so you can line yourself up parking into the hangar. That's cool. It is always a little more difficult, especially flying in first person. To land something down in a top hangar door like this. And the guide markers, I think, would definitely be beneficial for that. Now, if you're in third person, you can see all right. But, again, first person, you can't, like, look around very good to see where you're lined up at. So guide markers are definitely a nice option there. Kind of looks like this lower section in the middle here is for some of these super weapons in Reforged Eden 2. I've been just kind of messing with that myself. Slopping in some great big old guns, and some of them are massive, and this certainly looks like it's made for like one of the big rail guns or one of those. There's some other ones too, just gigantic weapons. I'm sure they're late game. I'm sure they're super high end. stuff like that. But this thing looks like it'll rip things to shred. Looks like we have a lot more locations over here for... I'm assuming turbines. I'm just assuming turbines right now. All right, well, anyway, let's find a way aboard. I'm going to come down through the hangar. I'll get out of God mode, and let's adjust the lighting here. Get this. Looks like there's a lot of work done on lighting on the interior of the ship here as well. So, wow, look at this. I can't read a lot of these signs, unfortunately. Yeah, really, really cool looking here. Super detailed. There's a warp drive in the back over there. Looks like we got the... Oh, wow, there's a little way down in here. In fact, it goes down even further. So we got some utility here. Looks like a... what's that do? Okay, I just turned off. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Changes the color, the LCD over the... yeah. Again, super, super detailed here. Oh, we got some doors over here. Here, I'm going to get a little bit more outside lighting on it. It is just too dark. All right. And it's not the author's fault. I mean, I struggle like a son of a gun with lighting since they updated the lighting. And it's just super extraordinarily dark on planet side is what I've come to determine. Way too dark. Unnaturally dark. So we got a great big generator over here, advanced generator, our main shield, and some fuel tanks. Cool looking room. Let's go across, see what's on the other side here. So some more fuel tanks. We do have a constructor, a lot of storage controllers in the area. Looks like we got a catwalk up on the top here as well. Maybe that was on the other side here too. Oh, and this gets up to another constructor, some more controllers. So kind of like a vertical production area over here. Interesting setup there. And of course our fuel rooms as well. O2 as soon as you walk in. What is down here? More stuff. All right, so we've got, okay, a way in back bottom of the ship. Makes sense. And yeah, I usually jetpack around in game pretty much full time, so walking on foot like this is crazy. Okay, so we're right up to the this main bridge here now. That's cool. Look at this glass over here. That's kind of a trip. It's really cool how you can see other parts of the ship kind of all around you when you're in here too. Then we got an interesting setup for passenger seats. Kind of like almost like around a conference table kind of thing. And then we have a teleporter over here, nicely hooked up on a sensor. Some utility function. Looks like some quick entry bays. No, where do we go here? I was just kind of, oh, we got another cockpit up here. Oh, yeah. That's cool. I was just kind of seeing if there was like a way in and out of the ship in the general area here. Maybe there is. All right. Well, anyway, cool looking bridge. Definitely cool looking bridge. So here we're in. Oh yeah. We're kind of where we started with the big hangar. Let's go in one of these side doors here. See where we end up at here. Okay. So here's another way in and out of the ship here. Kind of goes out. Oh, big old ramp down here. And then you're still looking at more of the ship over on the side over there too. This is a big ship. It is a big ship. Okay, so that was our bridge. I don't know if it's all set up for interior space or not, though. I was kind of curious if some of these side doors went out there a ways. And we kind of already toured these rooms here. But I'm not seeing that right now. That's right below this where we came in at. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me just God mode around a little bit here. Okay, so this is... just kind of, it doesn't have interior space in the sides. All right, that makes sense. I was kind of looking for access doors into the rooms and stuff like that, but might be good reason to not have interior there too. Obviously, it would raise the size class a bunch more and things like that. But yeah, just kind of taking a look at those open compartments in there. If you were Not that it needs more upgrade parts, but if you wanted to put more upgrade parts in, there's a bunch of space in here to do that with. You could fit anything, pretty much. Oh, that's a cool looking LCD there too. Hold on, one thing I almost forgot to do here. Let's adjust the lighting. Just take a look at the hull here in the dark. We're pretty close to dark, and see what that looks like with all the little texture lights and thingies around here. That's cool. It's kind of like drawn out lines with texture lights and stuff around here as well. Yeah, cool looking ship. Definitely cool looking ship. Lot of detail. A lot of work into this. Just getting everything tweaked out, and it certainly looks like a ton of upgrade options, and no doubt a focus on combat. Does have a hangar, does have some production, but it's definitely meant to blow stuff up. So anyway, let's take a look at some numbers here. So unlock level 25, size class 7, 89 forward, 16 strafing, 62 lift, 36 reverse, 32 down. Got 22 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks, 10 hour and 37 minute build time. It is using some estrum and zacosium. Does have some weapons on here right now, like 11 of these Gatling turrets. That's pretty significant, but obviously it's toned down an awful lot too, I'm sure, to conserve on CPU, as it has probably 3 or 4 times as amount of additional weapon mount points as what's on it currently. Speaking of that, looks like we're set up as a Core 8. Here, let me sort this. I don't think it's showing. Oh, what? A Core 4? Core 4? Huh, okay, so maybe, okay, so it's, yeah, a little confusing here, but it would need additional CPU even getting into the, like the quantum range or auxiliary cores. I think you can get to 800,000 at a Core 9 setup in RE2, so this would need more than that, but it's set up with, yeah, set up with a Core 4, but it looks like it was a Core 8 before that. I'm not sure what's going on with the cores, but it will need additional CPU cores to get this up and operational here. And then, of course, add a bunch more weapons and stuff. It would require some more cores beyond that too. But yeah, really cool ship. Super detailed. Love the aesthetics of it. And my goodness, I mean, how many actual additional turret mount positions are on here? Kind of unknown. I would have to do a lot of counting and get out pencil and paper. But there's a lot of them. a lot of them. So you can certainly get this thing souped up. So again, this is the Blade Class Destroyer public version by Amur Whale. Very cool. All right, so the next creation here, I think I've got a couple things out of order, but we're going to look at, this is the data list right here, if I said that correctly. Yes, data list. BC 304 RE2 by Carmelius. And, wow, look at this. Look at this son of a gun. This is a big ship as well here. A really big ship. Cool looking. I like the name. It's fitting with how this looks here. It's kind of like some kind of dreadnought or something like that to me, with a lot of hangar space too. Look at the 4 front-facing hangar doors, but way in the back of the ship over there. We do have some utility drills over here too. Looks like both a salvager and a miner drill sitting right up on the top front of the hull here. Oh, I like that side antenna on the one side here. Yeah, we got looks like a reverse thrust kind of embedded in there. You can kind of see that through the hull. Oh, USAF. Okay, so Halo, right? Did I get that right? Is this Halo-oriented type of creation? Or am I just thinking wrong? Anyway, oh, I love this. I love this. Like, it's interesting. It's this part here is like kind of almost like a more traditional aircraft carrier with your island on it here with your like bridge and everything like that. But the rest of the ship is very spaceship-like. So that's a cool format on the ship here. Definitely. I like the color scheme too. It's kind of like gold and a couple different shades of gray mixed in with some of these darker red tones. A lot of detail going on here too. Yeah, we got our main flight deck over here. Oh yeah, look at that. We've got all kinds of blinky lights and things going around here too. What in the heck are these? Oh, that's an... It's just done with an... This has got to be done with an LCD. Right? I know you can make LCDs long and stretched out like that. Yeah, it disappeared when I got over here. So yeah, there is... It just looks... It's like I'm seeing some glowy around these balls. And it, looking at it from different angles, it stays that way. So I'm deeply confused at what I'm seeing here. I mean, knee-jerk thing, I think these are LCDs, but at the same time, if you looked at LCDs from different angles like this, it wouldn't keep looking that way. And it wouldn't have this glow around it either. So maybe this is just a part I'm unfamiliar with. And there's something going on in here. Is it this? Sorry, guys. Got to do a little R&D, especially with Reforged Eden 2 stuff here. What is this? Well, I mean, I know it's an LCD, but what am I? No, it's a motion sensor. Duh. I'm an idiot. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know what those are yet. I'm really interested in finding out what these are, though. Again, certainly looks like a LCD. I know you can make the long LCDs like that, but the visual stuff that's up on there doesn't look like LCDs. So that's just a weird thing. All right, this is kind of neat too. You know, the game devs, seriously speaking, they have these decals, right? And the decals work a lot like putting blocks together, especially with your lines. And why in the world don't you have like just legitimate angled decals and things like that? I mean, it would be so beneficial. So beneficial, really easy to make, super easy to make, and stuff like that. But that'd be awesome. Like the author's using a slash mark here to try to create angled lines when there really should be an angled line, and it would fit. It would work great, and you could rotate it around to either side, and you could make diagonal landing pads and things like that. And it's super easy, and it's just the game's like lacking that. So if you want to do angled lines, you either have to make an LCD to try to do that, which is kind of challenging, or you're forced to use like a slash mark, and like angles and stuff like that. You know, the more angles and stuff you get on a creation, the less voxely it'll look, and it looks a whole lot better. So that's, yeah, it's been the same complaint I've had over the last 7 years, that the decals, I think, need some serious overhauls on there, and add in some more decals, useful ones. There's a lot of wacky, goofy looking picture thingies and stuff that I hardly ever see used, but the core things that we would use the crap out of, like a bunch more angled lines and stuff like that, that have good use, there's not very many of those, and you're very limited on what you can do with it. So that's kind of unfortunate. But it would be an easy fix. Just throwing it out there. Be a very easy fix. All right. Anyway, let's get aboard this ship here. And here, I'll adjust the lighting. I guess I'm coming in here. And we'll see how this goes. Again, a really big ship. If I miss some areas, don't shoot me. I'm scared of really big ships because it is potentially easy to miss some areas. All right, so we got one of the hangars over here. One of 4, it kind of looks like, from the front side of the ship. So over here, this is cool. I like the shower there to get rid of the rads. A couple small constructors. Looks like a full medical bay over here on the side. We got a production hangar A switch over here for the advanced constructor there, and it looks like room for a couple more right behind it on that side. Armor locker and repair. There's storage controller out here. This has got the repair bay in it too. You can only have one of those on the ship. So this hangar A is the repair hangar. That is something else. I kind of wish you could have more than one on a ship, but probably requires some work and effort to get the coding to work right with that. All right, so I don't see any ways out that way. So let's go up the elevator here and through the red door here. Oh, I kind of like how you kind of overlook the hangar space over here. It's a pretty good sized hangar too. It's no joke of a hangar, considering it's only one of 4. Ah, well, you definitely know where hangar A is here. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, look, oh, check out the hallway here. I like the angled look in here. Oh, that's different. Different like texture style in here. Kind of carpeted. Yeah, pretty elegant looking here. What is this? So we got, is this? Okay, so this goes to hangar C. Okay, so the hangar right next to that one. Okay, so just another quick way in and out. I see how this is laid out. That makes sense. And this looks like it kind of goes right across the ship here. And this would probably be our center point of the ship. And then we're going to get into the other 2 hangar bays over here. So just a quick glance here. It looks like they're pretty much the same setup on all the hangars here. And that would go down to the 4th hangar. All right, so let's get over here. So we are, what floor are we on right now? Crew section. We're on 0. Okay, so let's just, oh, duh. What floor are we on? There's like a 8-foot letter in front of my face with a number on it saying that, and I'm like, what floor are we on? I had to do that. Oh, check this out. Okay, so this kind of shocked me when I walked into this room. We've got yeah, pretty wild place in here. Check out these check out the like the dance floor going on in here, all the like the disco thing, and look at these. These aren't LCDs. No, these are some Reforged Eden 2 parts. Maybe that's what those other things were. These are like signs in the game. So these are actually like pixels, like Photoshop kind of pixels. Yeah, LCDs can only have so many lines and letters and characters in them, and this would require so much to make something like this in LCD form that it would be impossible to do. So yeah, these are all like some of the picture graphics for signs, like a whole deco set of different signs you can add into creations in Reforged Eden 2. So that is pretty cool too. But yeah, my knee-jerk reaction was LCDs until I started looking at them, and I'm like, oh, no, that is way too complex for LCDs. Well, I won't say too complex. It would require way too much coding that could even fit in the LCD to make that happen, basically. All right, let's go this way. I'm not sure where we're going, but this looks really cool. I like this corridor here. The angled beams over here with the seats, a little different texturing style again in here, kind of elegant. And this guy, where does this go? All the way up this front way here. Kind of looks like, oh wow, kind of like a double glass window. We got some armored glass on the inside and another layer of glass on the outside there. And it goes here. Love the shadowing we're seeing right now. Considering it's night, that's pretty impressive. It might be intentional because it kind of looks like the author put the plant right in front of the light, which is casting some pretty cool shadows off from that. That is neat. That'll be. I'm almost actually thinking about doing like I want to play with lights again, and maybe I'll do a video next week on trying to do some tricky things with lights and shadows and things like that, and see how that comes out. It's something I kind of want to do a little R&D in myself again here, because I'm not exactly happy with the lighting in general. I think it seems kind of dark and stuff right now, but kind of wondering what you can do with tricks. So well, anyway, over here, it looks like we've got a medical bay, a very clean tiled floor area here. It's such an interesting corridor. Let's see if I'm missing any more doors out here. Yeah, right over here. And definitely a crew space. Probably a captain's room, actually. Yeah, pretty big pretty big room. Got a kind of private bed. A lot of places for company. Nice, really cool glass window there for exterior look. Again, elegant in the design here with the wood grain and the carpet and the fancy tiles and all that stuff. Oh, we got some interior protection as well. All right, sentry gun right over there. Yeah, this looks awesome here too. So yeah, I didn't expect that. I don't know. Well, I guess I don't know what to expect. All right, let's get back in the elevator. So I think that's it over here. It almost seems like this is, yeah, it's not symmetrical, which is cool. Again, it makes exploring a ship a lot more interesting. You can't do everything asymmetrically. It depends on the build. So what do we got in here? It looks like our main bridge over here, and a big old LCD up there. It looks like it might switch things too. It looks like a lot of these are optional settings, and obviously a bunch of LCDs on the ground. Oh, where's this go? Wow. Okay, so we got another hallway over here. Oh, and this gets up into kind of more of a first-person bridge. We're not up on top of the flight deck, though. We should. No, we haven't made it to the control tower or island part of the ship yet, so that is another place. Oh, we can walk out to the deck here. So we're in this general location on the ship right now. All right, here we'll turn that off. I know it is kind of dark here too. Maybe here, let me try to give it a little bit more light. About there. All right, so let's see. I came in here, right? Yes. Okay, let's go up to 3. 3 looks like it's our. No, we're going down actually. Are we? Yeah, main bridge. So we should be on the main bridge now. So, okay, no, this is new. Yeah. Again, that's cool. I like how this hallway here turns too. Again, just little things like the block work on hallways. Again, it's really tight and compressed, and you're using giant CV blocks. Hard to get much detail and make things look nice at that level. But it does. It looks really nice. So it looks like I bet you we're getting up to the island control tower bridge here, and yes we are. Looks nice. Like the oh, look at that, it's kind of got some extra like beams over here. Oh, those are antennas back over there. Oh, okay, I see. It's not what I thought it was. And our main pilot seat, some more LCDs here. Looks like some probably some different option settings here. We'll take a look at the P menu in just a second. We got our teleporter up here as well. Yeah, neat layout here. Big old carrier. Slash combat-y carrier, I do believe. So I'm hoping I didn't miss any areas in the ship, but I probably did. Anyway, let's start looking at some numbers here. Let me get the lights back on. Oh, let me stare at this too. Okay, so this is a real one. So there's like deco versions of this, and there's real versions of this. I think that's what's going on here. So this one's long range radar array large, and the one that we looked at on I believe it was Ente's ship was, I think, a decorative part or a placeholder to actually put in one of these. They're probably expensive. So anyway, let's look at some numbers here. So unlock level 25, size class 15, 86 forward, 30 strafing, 124 lift, 56 reverse, 20 down, 21 fuel tanks, 6 oxygen tanks. Quite a lot of weapons on here already. Most of them, well, I don't know, some of these are kind of higher end ones, aren't they? Dual laser cannons, plasma cannons, railguns. 20 hour and 47 minute build time. Just taking a look at all this. These are quite a lot of aluminum powder. That might be more of a thing in Reforged Eden 2. I don't think that was... It was in Reforged Eden 1, but I don't think you ever needed very much of that. Even need some gold in here. That's interesting. So quite a lot of Estrum and Zacosium in the build. And some other things. Superconductors. Large auxiliary CPU cores. Needs a lot of stuff. It needs a lot of stuff. It's a big impressive like endgame kind of carrier combat CV. Really cool. All right, so devices here. I just wanted to kind of I hope I don't screw anything up. I probably will, but I just wanted to see what the core on here was. So it looks like it's using a Core 9 setup here, and then in addition to that, it's using 4 auxiliary cores and 2 quantum cores in here, and that will bring us to the CPU. That's balanced, nice, of 1.34 million. That's good to know. I didn't know, like if you put in, I didn't know what the number was with like all the cores basically on how high you could get the CPU up. And maybe it goes beyond this. I just don't know of the parts to do that at this time in Reforged Eden 2. So I am guessing this is max loadout, but again, there could be some more stuff in the game that would allow you to bring your CPU up further than that. Obviously, some crew members and stuff like that could help a little bit, but there might be some other parts to bring up your CPU even more. But yeah, really cool ship here. Let's look at the storage here. So we've got, oh, this is cool. So we got our input here. Looks like it's a 320 on input. Medicine, that's a box. These are boxes here. Weapons, ammo, 640K. Huh. Can you do? Well, this isn't an actual legit ammo box, so is it? So that's just store extra ammo. I was just kind of curious because I thought both harvest and ammo controllers, even in Reforged Eden 1 and 2, were limited to 320K and not 640. I thought you only could have 640 on standard controllers, but I could be wrong on that. Yeah, it's almost like this should be the weapons or the ammo bay on it, but I'm not. Oh wait, no, we've got some. Oh, you know. That's just that's just a big old controller. It just happens to be called weapons and ammo, probably for reserves, things like that. But it does have your, it looks like 2 320K legit ammo bays over here. So, yeah, very cool there. Components, these are 320s as well. Oh, that's a 640. It's all over the board. Okay, so 2 320s and another 640. All right. Anyway, yeah, plenty of ammo storage. Looks like quite a bit of regular storage as well. And yeah, really cool build. I love it. It looks so sci-fi, mean, nasty. Cool to see a ship like this flying around in a movie or a show or something like that. Anyway, again, this is the Daedalus BC 304 RE2 by Carmelius. Very cool. All right, so the next build, yeah, blast from the past here. I noticed this in new releases today, and I just had to check it out. So here is, this is a build I did a long time ago, the Nomad, like a starter CV. I had a couple variants of it out on the workshop. So this one here is the Nomad RE2 by Paradigm. And so this is a modded version of it, and I honestly haven't even looked at this ship in probably in 6, 7, 8 years. It was literally built like that long ago. It's a very old one here, but this is so cool. I seen that, I'm like, oh, I got to check this out. I got to see what it's looking like now. And this is obviously, you know, a modded version of it too, so that's even more exciting here. And I'm just kind of going off from memory. I don't exactly know how I had things set up on here originally, but I don't remember the bridge quite looking like this. It looks like there's some additional weaponry and stuff added into this general area and spotlights, stuff like that. Yeah, let's check out the rest of this ship. It's got a lot of lights out of here. We got some more spotlights on the sides. This is interesting. Did the original ship do that? Oh, it might have. I think the original ship did have these pieces, this metal grate, but it didn't have turrets on them. And Nomad RE2. Yeah, this looks like it's set up pretty cool here. I know throughout time too, there's been some people that have inquired about this ship if I was ever gonna update it and things like that, and I never really did. Instead, I built like the Wayfarer and the other ones, the other starters. But no, I never did actually get back to this one to upgrade it. Oh, these are turbines. Look at that. That's a turbine in a thruster location. They actually kind of look like thrusters now, don't they? Like spinning thrusters out the back of the ship. An interesting place to put turbines. This whole area, maybe it's original. Again, it's been so long since I've seen it, but it almost looks like it's a little bit more bulked up over in here with some additional thrusters in and some more block work, probably in the whole general area. From what I, again, just going off memory here. Yeah, it's looking cool. It's looking much more souped up. This was at least the standard Nomad. I think ST was a starter creation for vanilla back in early alpha versions of the game. I'm not sure what alpha version, 7, 8 time frame. I'm guessing. And then I put out a XL version or XT version. I think it was an XT version that had more thrusters and was built of a stronger hull material. And it cost quite a bit more, but those were the two versions there. But yeah, anyway, looking really cool. Looking really cool. Let's get in the hangar here. I'm gonna adjust the lighting. Oh yeah, the original LCDs. Well, this is different over here. I know I didn't have a glass area over here, kind of with a big shield. In fact, I don't. Maybe the game had shields then, but I don't think it did, honestly. So I don't think that part even existed when this thing was first built here. I remember its most weird thing is, at least when I think I first set it up, was it didn't. It's like when you walked in the hangar, it looked bigger on the inside than it did on the outside. That was kind of its trick, because a lot of the hangar extends out to where you think the thrusters are, at least on the original version, and so it was kind of deceptive. So when you walked in, it was just like, wow, how did you fit all that in there, kind of thing. But it was just because the thrusters were in the back, and the way the ship worked, it just kind of made a bigger hangar than you would expect it to have. So we've got all kinds of stuff up here. We've got some medium shield parts up over there, gravity generator in the corner, couple advanced constructors, some utility function around here, a row of cargo boxes, and some storage controllers embedded in here. Yeah, this is very much different than what the original version was. Oh, some additional like framing block work up over in that area too. I think that was added in, and this whole center section here too. I don't remember. I don't think it had that. I think it just, yeah, this is entirely different here. Well, not entirely, but yeah, it's cool. So yeah, the early or old school LCDs, these are before projector LCDs, and also before we literally had any idea about any of the LCD codes. They might have worked then. We just didn't know about it. And we're talking about like changing the color and all your size controls and all your like HTML code that you put into a LCD now. Didn't know about any of it back in the day. And maybe it always worked. It was just no one knew about it. So anyway, old school LCD before there was projectors. I think that is original there. And then this was like the very small little crew space in here. I kind of remember this a little bit now. Back in the day, I don't think there was such a part as an armor locker. And then this would be the front exit. Yeah, it's kind of fun for me. Again, I haven't seen this, and it's a modded RE2 version. Really curious on the specs too. So let's go up to the farm level. Yeah, and that looks pretty much how I remember it. Yeah, the warp drive was above the farm in this one. Oh, but it didn't have a medical bay over here, so that's kind of new. And there's CPU cores up in here too. There was no such thing as CPU cores when this was built. It was just a core, and there was no CPU, basically. And this gets over to the bridge on the front side there. And yeah, looks about right. We got some more utility function up in the bridge area, and Looks like we got some more room for parts up above here as well. Teleporter, nice. Yeah, that's the 60 light year warp drive, is it? Yes, it is. Okay, so 60 light year warp drive. Something that just dawned on me that I don't think I looked at or highlighted in the last builds I was looking at today is the shield strength on these. And then our landing pad over here. So yeah, actually, I mean, the format of this one, this is kind of a precursor to the different Wayfarers and a lot of other things. But this is actually was built around a design that came before this one. God, should I show that? Yeah, real quick. Old school. The Nebula. MK3. Yeah, this is like literally my first working CV that I used in game, yeah, this is back in this was Alpha 5, straight up Alpha 5. This is before there was like O2. There was O2 where you could breathe, but there's no such thing as ventilators and things like that. There was no like oxygen environment inside a ship, anything like that. But anyway, I built this one. This one had a particular format, hangar in the back, 2 rows up on the top, kind of a production area over here. This ship here, the idea and design style came from that one, and then this one was modified into like the Wayfarers and other starter CVs past this time. So that's kind of a tradition thing. Anyway, really cool. Let's look at the numbers on this one. So unlock level 25, size class 3, 65 forward, 23 strafing, 107 lift, 47 reverse, 47 down, 27 fuel tanks, holy smokes, 15 oxygen tanks, and yeah, bunch of, we've seen a bunch of the sentry guns and, well, not sentry guns, but a bunch of turrets and whatnot on it. 7 hour and 27 minute build time. Looks like it's getting into a little bit higher end stuff. Nutrient solution. Yeah, this one's again needing a lot of aluminum powder, so that is definitely a thing. CPU wise, Core 9 build. Got some extra CPU left over, but yeah, Core 9 build, and I'm here. Yeah, just wanted to make sure. Okay, shield strength on this one, 41,408 stock. Does have some P menu options here for the repair bay, front spotlights, gravity generator, a lot of stuff actually. Lights, weapons, turrets, sentries, drills, radar, you name it. Nice power control setup on it. So it pretty much looks like, you know, it's ready to go and updated for Reforged Eden 2. It even has a couple RCS on here. Speaking of that, the roll, yaw, and pitch look pretty good on here too. Let's take a look at its storage. So we got an input 640K, 320 for ammo bay. Got our fridges. Got a second ammo bay at 320. Main ammunition, yeah, and yep. Harvest. Oh wow, harvest controller at 320. Second harvest controller at 320. Holy smokes. Okay, so it's got a lot of storage on it too. It didn't have any of that stock either. I mean, it was back in the day. There was only boxes. There was no weights and volumes. So you just put in a box, put in like 5 boxes. You got tons of storage, and that is as easy as it was. It is obviously a lot more developed now in the game, so things change there. But yeah, anyway, very cool. Just wanted to highlight this one again. Nomad RE2 by Paradigm. Very cool update on this. Looks like if you did want to ever use a Nomad in RE2 of all things, there's a modified version ready to go for that. All right, so the last creation today here is this guy over in the corner. Kind of flew past a couple times. This is the GMS Universal Miner RE2 by PW Watson 1. And yeah, this is cool. Kind of a interesting mining platform here. It's kind of like kind of serving as a carrier type of creation as well as a miner, with a lot of room on the inside. Maybe it's just a full-blown like base style ship with you know, with a focus on mining. I think that would make sense. So we got 8 mining drills, which makes sense for RE2. Big old glass window on the front there. Got some side entry points. Looks like we got some sentry guns in various locations around the hall here. And some kind of marked out locations probably to add some more. Actual long range radar. Yeah, cool look at top deck on here. Oh, the yin yang in the middle. Neat. A lot of colors used in here. So we got some yellows and oranges and reds and some green texture lights and whites and grays and blues. Blues for the drills. It feels like it's all color coordinated. What's going on the bottom side here? Looks like we got some blue texture light stuff going on there too. Got a little window peering up into, looks like a shield up there. Yeah, cool looking ship here. Kind of, God, it almost looks like it's like a kind of module-like, but not really. I don't know. It's neat. It's neat. It looks like it's, you know, it's doing that kind of rectangle thing, where I think it's just gonna, you know, maximize a lot of the space on the inside and stuff like that. It's kind of optimal for building creations. Not that it's fun, but building like big boxes, you just can fit more in them typically than a very angly, shapy ship. Well, let's get aboard here. And here I will adjust the lighting here. And yeah, this is interesting. It looks like it's going to have kind of a lot of stuff going on in here. So cool looking generator setup there. Looks like there's a couple of locations for some small generators, or the like other generators if you wanted to put them in there. But we do have a big old advanced generator sitting there. A couple of badge rate as you walk in. Full medical bay it looks like over here. All the equipment. O2. Got an elevator. We've got a very protected gravity generator. So gravity is good. I think that's an advanced warp drive, and up above there I think is wife. No, that's the Pentaxi tank. It's a cool looking display for that as well. Oh, I like this. So we got all the boxes here, and they got LCD labels on them. That does remind me of old school. I mean, this is kind of what you did back in the day. This was your storage system without the controllers. And it has its merits. It really does. I think. However, you know, it was kind of unrealistic. It made storage way too easy as a shipbuilder, to be honest. Alright, so optional, a bunch of upgrade stuff. You can add superior cores, ion, convert the ion thrusters to plasma. Yeah, that's cool. The author put in some information there on how to upgrade the ship and things like that. Oh, I like that. Food over the fridges. Got a cargo. Oh yeah, even these are labeled. So yeah, I like all the LCD information in here all over the place. I even know like what size these controllers are without even like looking at it. Got an ammo bay over here, 128K. Here's a universal constructor. If you haven't seen one before, that's what it looks like. It kind of looks like just an extra big normal constructor, but of the like previous model version. So it would be like the RE1 constructor model modified. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So it does let you walk in there. Okay, that's cool. And what do we got going on up here? So we got an elevator, looks like going up to the flight deck. I do like how everything's kind of laid out in here. It's definitely set up for like a base, like a player base. Like you could land this on the ground and yeah, use it that way for a while, but then do a whole bunch of asteroid mining, which is a really great option there. Looks like our main core and some CPU cores are right up in this area here. I got a SU there. SU. 2 SUs. Hold on. hold on. Does it say SU, marked as SU, superior CPU extenders? Okay. Okay. So superior CPU cores are the SUs. See, that's why it's so nice to have one of these info LCDs and something. So you're not just sitting there like, what does that mean? Because everybody kind of calls them something different a little. There's no universal code or anything on putting in great big old letter decals of what parts mean what. So anyway, yeah, really cool. Just an all-encompassing minor kind of base utility ship. A lot of extra function here. Does your armor locker and repairs and a lot of storage. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Again, a Reforged Eden 2 creation here. So, yeah, a lot of Reforged Eden 2 creations. All right, so what's going on with this guy here? So unlock level 25, complexity 2, 75 forward, 37 strafing, 112 on lift. A lot of lift thrust here. 37 reverse and down, 10 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks. Mainly set up for defensive type weaponry. Shoot up all the drones and stuff, but not engaging dreadnoughts. Makes a lot of sense there. 5 hour and 11-minute build time. Uses, kind of what you'd expect for Estrum and Zacosium. Estrum and Zacosium. Let's try to say that again. CPU wise, looks like we're at Core 7. Starting to memorize the core specs finally. Yeah, Core 7. Woohoo! I know what a Core 7 is now. All right. Anyway, yeah, your 2 basics, improves, and advanced in here. Yeah, very cool. Storage, I think we've seen a lot of it labeled on the inside of the ship here, but it looks like we're also labeled here. So a couple 320Ks for harvest, a few cargo bays, a couple of 192s, a couple 320s, 128K for ammo. And then beyond that, some probably miscellaneous boxes and things like that. Very cool. So yeah, other than that, yeah, very nice ship. Again, this is the GMS Universal Miner RE2 by P.W. Watson 1. Very cool. And that, I believe, is all the creations here today. So there's only 6, and I've been doing kind of 7 to 8 on a lot of the videos as of late. But I was nervous because there was a couple, especially, well, several large ships here, and I didn't want the video to run bazillions of hours long and things like that. And the other creations that I was gonna potentially bring in on this one too were also for different variants of the game, so I kind of just decided to go with just straight RE2 this time, since there were so many creations for it, and big ones at that. So anyway, awesome work, everyone. This is some really cool stuff to see. Just so much creativity, building, modding, the whole ball of wax. It's kind of makes the game what it is and why people like it. So anyway, y'all have yourself a great weekend, and I will talk to you later.